Sunday, the 15th of June, 2025. Georgia Highway 211 at I85. North is to the right, south is to the left. They've got a big roundabout up here that they have done now. Redoing this intersection pretty much completely, which needed to be done. A lot of these intersections need a lot of work nowadays. Winders behind us. Okay, anybody coming around? Nope. Okay, we got the right of way. These things work a lot better than I thought they ever would, especially on these freeways. People getting on and off. Okay, I think we're going to do something. I think you're supposed to yield, but whatever, I don't care. Normally I wouldn't video this because we have it, and I guess I'll stop. We worked on the transmission the other day, replacing shift solenoids, manifold pressure switch, filter, fluid again. It worked great for 2 days. Now it's back doing the same thing. I have Googled a couple of other things that can be causing it. The connector, the wire harness, one of the solenoid I did the swap, and also either 1 or 2 speed sensors. We've got to be in Marietta for almost a month, so I won't be working on it there. Hopefully we'll be able to use it for a month and just nurse it, but if not, we may have to come back and swap it for the Jeep. And the Jeep's got its own problems with cranking. After cranking, turn the switch on, and crank it by taking the cap off the solenoid, starter solenoid, pushing the contacts together. I think the problem is a neutral safety switch. I finally got the key actuator pin in, but it's still not right. But we just can't get anything squared away. So please like, share, and subscribe to these videos. Watch them. The more you watch them, but I don't make but pennies per dollar that I spend on equipment and gas, but every penny counts. If I had a penny for every car that went around 285, I'd be in good shape. I used to say a dime, but I don't think you need but a penny now. We're recording this with 2 cameras, the Osmo Action 3 and the Samsung S20 5G. We're going to see how this Osmo 3 does. It usually does great, but we'll see how it does with some low light stuff. We could use the Osmo 5. We're going to send one of these cameras, the 5 or the 3, to Europe with our friends. Let second video we've done today, or segment, but we're going to put it on as first, Father's Day video. So we'll put it on at the beginning in front of the other one, which will be us getting on 85 South. And so we'll be getting, and normally I would get off and get other video, try to get interesting videos scattered around here and there. But with the transmission problems that have resurfaced after all the work we did on it anyway, we did the 3 key switch on, off, relearn before we got on, and that way it only had to shift, well, it actually had to shift up from first twice. Once we started off, then once we started off into light, we were able to go around the roundabout, not have to stop, so it didn't have to shift all the way down and all the way back up. So we have shifted. We're running 65, so it's in overdrive. We don't want to, hopefully we won't have to do stop and go traffic down 285, down around 85. If the transmissions may start acting up again where it doesn't want to downshift and stays in third gear, it tries to cut off, we have to stick it up in neutral, keep it from cutting off. Doesn't want to upshift, won't go into overdrive, shifts hard coming out of first and second, going into third and fourth. And so hopefully we will not have to stop, use the bathroom, get anything else to eat. We've got a couple of snacks, a couple of drinks until we get back off, so that this transmission will not have to shift any more than it just absolutely has to. If we can keep it above 50 miles an hour, it should stay in overdrive. So right now we're 65. We're going to try to keep it at least 50. We're going to try to maintain it at least 55, but we're probably going to have to do some stop and go down around 285. We may have to get off and do the 3 switch on, off, relearn again. So we'll see. So right along, will we make it to Marietta or not? Acworth, right along with us and find out if we're going to make it or not. Father's Day 2025. Okay, 85 South, 316 is coming in, merging. Traffic will be getting thicker. Be slowing down, be my suspect. Surprise me if it isn't. Yeah, we slowed down a little below 50 and downshifted to third out of overdrive, and now it's working its way back up to overdrive. Yes, every time you get in the car with us or with me when we're riding around, it doesn't matter whether it's a van, one of my Jeeps or whatever. It's just like that old 1960s bestseller. The title of the book was 50 Yards to the Outhouse. And it was co-authored. It was a collaborative venture. The authors were Willie Make It and Betty Don't. So that's what it is. Every time you get in a vehicle with me, will he make it where he's going, or I bet he don't. So y'all hang around and take bets. Will we make it? Will we not? Air guns, saws, nail aprons and stuff. While we're up here this week, I'm going to try to get up to the Home Depot, maybe the Lowe's, see if anybody, working on some decks or stuff like that, loading material, if they need any day help. Try to pick up some mistake. And you know, I don't even like saying my bad. I don't know how that came out. But anyway, my mistake. I'm sure a bunch of y'all caught that. But yeah, Indian Trail will go and hit Beaver Ruin, and they go into Norcross. And there again, to the left is Lilburn. I-85, we're going to get over at least 2, maybe 3 lanes. The best travel lane going across the top end is either the outside or the second from the outside. But I don't normally drive fast enough to go on the outside, but I will speed up and stay in the second from the outside. Looks, I better be careful. Anything I say will backfire. Looks like it's going to be a nice smooth ride all the way across the top end. We'll stay in this lane right now to start with, see how we come out. This will be fine if it doesn't slow up around 400. Shelby Tucker through there. So far we're doing just what we wanted to do, not slow down so much that with this transmission's got a downshift down to low and then start back off and upshift. Too. We put new shocks on the front and new tie rod end bushings, but this thing is swaying bad. You got to keep both hands on the wheel. You got to drive this thing. You can't. It doesn't want to drive itself. We got new ball joints on the bottom. I don't know about the top. I think you put them on the top. Maybe what the problem is, I don't know. I don't know a thing about front ends. Peachtree Industrial or Peachtree Parkway, I don't know if they changed the name of it. I don't know what they call it now. All 4 solenoids. It includes the manifold pressure switch and the wiring harness and connector that goes to the outside. That's about $250. We'll get an AC Delco. That's what we're going to get this time. And if that doesn't work, then we're looking at replacing the transmission again. This one rebuilt. amazing. We made it all the way from Winder down across the top end of 285 and haven't had to slow down below, just barely, one time below 50 miles an hour. And that was, we didn't get down to 45 then. Pretty incredible. It'd be interesting to see how 75 is, how the exit at 75 is. We'll be working our way over to the far right-hand lane because we're going to pick up a lane once we pass by New Northside Power Ferry. And I don't want to speed up. I want to drop over right now behind this blue car. And then we want to drop over behind this truck. Now the windows on these side doors and the mirrors on this van are so much better. I can actually see what I tell what I'm doing and see what I'm doing. Yeah, now that I don't have all that equipment in the back, ladders and everything else, I can actually see out the back doors with the rear view mirror. And we're going to drop over one more lane. Or are we? No, I think we're right in the lane we want to be. That's right. We're going to pick up a lane on the right up here. And when we exit onto 75, that'll keep us one lane to the left. And then when we start hitting 75, we're going to merge over at least two, maybe three. Because we have 285 coming in. This will be a good guide for people not familiar with 85, 285, and 75, how to transition. And I've got several of these. Different times of the day so you can see the traffic. I've also got two complete rounds of 285 all the way around. And I have individual quarter segments that are bisected by 85, 75, and I-20. So we have a lot of video of 285, 75, and 85 transitioning, and we even have a good bit of video going down from 85 and transitioning 75 from downtown or midtown, and then coming from Marietta down 75 and transitioning to 85 north too. So we have some good guides for people to, help people get through and around Atlanta. See that lane, that entrance ramp there is going to stay a lane and not going to drop off. And that way we will stay in this lane. Yes, so you're slowing up now, going to transition into 75. Okay, we're at 45, so we're going to have to, hopefully the transmission will upshift correctly. Over, Rover. bicycle video this trip. Like I said, we're going to be in East Cobb for about 20, about almost a month. And not wanting to drive this thing any more than we have to, we may ride this bicycle. I don't like driving them on these roads, but maybe they've got some bicycle lanes. We'll see. We'll make some trips. We'll make several trips to Micro Center, Soap Creek Ruins, maybe try to get over to what's that other creek over there, State Park, where they've got those ruins at the mills over there. Sweetwater Creek. There's a Sweetwater Creek in Lilburn too, but it's not, you know, of course it's not the same one. Okay, now if you want to go 75 south, you go off to the left here or hit 41. We're going to hit 75 north. We'll slow down to about 35. A little below 35. That's still not bad, folks, coming all the way from Winder, not having to hit the brakes. All we had to do is let off the gas. And we want to work over at least these two lanes that are coming on from the 285. Okay, it just upshifted or downshifted the tube again. Catch, not passing gear, but a little bit lower gear. It just upshifted again. Okay, we will still want to get over at least one. Probably we want to get over two. We lose one or two of these on the right to exits up here. He cut us off. I was going to get over right there. Jack Wig. Still want to get over one. We're going to lose two lanes on up the road at 575. We'll probably have to speed up to about 70 on this in this lane to keep people from being aggravated at us. Once we get up past 575, we may drop back over. This may be the third lane when we get up there. Nasty black fly got in here, back there at Winder. He's been pretty passive up till now, but now he's starting to get aggressive. Speedometer is showing 70. We've got two sizes larger tires on here that came with it, so there's a tire chart that tells you what the different speed is when you change tires. And this tire chart says we're running about 73. say, I tell you what, that's about as smooth of a transition, and drive down to 85 and smooth of a transition over to 285, then over to 75 as you're ever going to have, unless it's at about 2 o'clock in the morning. Action 3 1920 his house down in East Cobb. And not getting out anymore. We just have to. And let's, see how this thing does. Carbella's is up here on the right. We'd like to get out and do some exploring, but I don't know how much we're going to be able to do. I've been trying to work on this thing myself. We're going to have to get this thing, this transmission squared away so we can get on the road. This one or the other van one. We've been stuck and haven't been able to get on the road because we haven't had anything dependable. Haven't wanted to actually get off the wallet and spend the money. I don't have a lot of money to spend on them, but I'm just going to have to do it. I've even priced, selling everything I've got and buying a new van, but I can't afford a new van with interest rate, so. Yeah, either putting down everything or get out of the 2 vans, 3 Jeeps. Still doesn't get my boat blowing up down low enough. So, let's keep plugging along. If you get a wild hair and want to contribute to help support the channel, there is a PayPal button on there. Alatoona Gateway. They changed the name of this. It used to be, I forgot what it used to be, but anyway. We'll check out the Eagles. A lot of times, Sunday Eagles will have chicken and dressing. I've been so disappointed with Eagles Delis here lately. It's pretty good. You usually have a good breakfast. They've gotten stingy with the serving size. So. Okay, let's turn this off. This will be a wrap on both of these. Okay, it took us about 30 minutes to get down there. We're about 20 minutes on the way back. We'll see how long it takes. We did stop and check out a snake, but we didn't get video with the S20. We got it with the S22 Ultra. We'll see about checking out the canoe launch up here when we get back.